Hey guys, welcome back to Didi's Mediterranean Kitchen. Today we're going to be making Lahme be Ajeen, which is translated meat with dough. It's served for lunch or dinner or even breakfast. Some people like to top it with cheese, some people just like it as it is, some people make it in different forms. I'm going to show you the simplest way to make it. It's a great meat pie that's served all over the Mediterranean. It's healthy, it's not that bad, you don't use a lot of oil, so it's really good. You can get this recipe and all of my other recipes and spices at www.dedemed.com. Now what we're going to start off with is a pound of ground beef with a 1/4 pound of ground lamb. Now remember, the lamb keeps the meat more moist. It's fattier than the beef, so it helps to keep it moist. If you don't like lamb, you can just use beef. It's not that big of a deal. So I have the ground lamb in a bowl. I'm going to add about 1/2 teaspoon fresh ground pepper. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of 7 spices. Now remember, the 7 spices, you can buy them on my website. I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of finely chopped tomatoes. And then a 1/2 cup of finely chopped onions. Yellow onions. They add more of a flavor than the sweeter red onions. And just mix it all together until it's combined really well. Now, for the dough, you're going to want to refer back to my dough video. It's a simple dough. It's used for all kinds of pies, meat pies, breakfast pies, pizza. And it's really easy to make. So just combine it all up. Now if you don't like to use your hand, you can use a wooden spoon. That's okay. I know some people are pretty particular about those kind of things. Just like that. Put that to the side. And you're going to roll out the dough into about 1/8 of an inch thick. You don't want them too thick and you don't want them too thin. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees and you're going to cook these for about 15 to 17 minutes or until you see that they're crispy. Now when you're cooking them, juice is going to come out of the meat, which is okay. It'll just flow over. It's not that big of a deal. So don't get worried if you see that there's juices flowing. So just roll this out, not too thin, and some flour. And you're going to want to put it on a baking sheet that's sprinkled with some corn flour. The corn flour helps to keep it from sticking, and instead of using oil, the corn flour helps save some of the calories. So there's one. I'm going to do another one. Just flatten it with your hand. Lightly floured board. You don't want too much flour. And you can flour your rolling pin as well. Helps to keep it from sticking. You want a nice round circle. So now I have them on my pan. What you're going to do is you're going to get, say about a 1/2 cup of the meat mixture and just flatten it onto the dough. Leave a little room on the edge, leave a little crust, that's okay, and just press it down. Now, if you don't like to make the dough and you think it's going to be too difficult for you, which is not, I really suggest you give it a try. It's not that hard to make. You can use pita. Just like I'm flattening it on the dough, just flatten it on the pita, and you're going to want to cook it for about 10 to 12 minutes. It's a little bit shorter cooking time, but it tastes just as great. Just like that, pop it in the oven, 15 to 17 minutes until the bottom of the dough is golden brown and the top is a little bit brown. Now I have some that are already done and it tastes great with yogurt. You can either use the tzatziki yogurt, which is with some dill and cucumber, or you can just use plain Mediterranean yogurt. It's a little bit more sour than your regular yogurt. That's what it looks like. The meat is going to shrink a little because you know the fat that's in there. And see how it's lightly browned? That's what you want. You can fold it over. I see some people, they fold it over and they serve it like that. Or you can just leave it nice and round with some of the yogurt. It tastes great. You can reheat them whenever you want. You can take them on a trip with you. They're really good, really easy to make. Try them out. If you have questions, email me at www.dedemed.com. Join me again for Dee Dee's Mediterranean Kitchen.